This is pertaining to the Washington football team and the open investigation that has been kind of ongoing for the past couple of months. So owners now are calling for a full release of the tapes of the emails from that investigation. This is the same investigation that over 60,000 emails or 30,000 emails and led to the firing of John Gruden. Um, Owners of the league, or owners around the league rather, are saying that John has been kind of scapegoated and would like to see what else has been said in those kind of email exchanges. Um, Obviously, the NFL is in a weird spot right now. So, Brandon, I want to come to you here. What do you think will actually happen with the owners pushing back on this?
Honestly, you know what I think will happen? Just like the league does every single time there's controversy. They just throw it under the rug, give you a misdirection, and just hope it goes away. It's pretty much what they've been doing for a long time. There's been a series of controversies that you can't remember because the NFL has a really good PR department. So I think this will be the exact same thing. But this is all started by Mark Davis. Obviously, he's the one who had to fire someone he liked because of a completely unrelated incident. An investigation on the Washington football team, and the person who takes the blame didn't even work for the NFL at that time. He worked for ESPN. So this is clearly some sort of misdirection in my head to sort of take it away from Dan Snyder, who merely got a slap on the wrist. Basically, was told he had to co-CEO with his wife, so he's still pretty much in the driver's seat, and the half control goes to the someone who lives with him, which is not really any sort of punishment at all. Um, so I don't think they're going to release anything. I'm on the side of Mark Davis. Like, if you're going to throw somebody under the bus, you might as well just release it all, let everybody have at it, and see what happens. Clearly, something is being hidden that Roger Goodell doesn't want to get out. It's just weird to see the owners not on a united front. Usually, they're all standing together. I think this will die with the rest of the NFL controversies that typically do, um, but I don't like to see that.
Jen, are you more optimistic about this? Do you think the NFL will actually release these emails, or are they just going to die down, like Brandon said?
Oh hell no, they're gonna die down, and especially if 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 there's Jerry Jones coming out saying that the leagues have done well, then that you damn know for sure that Jerry's involved. Like he's involved with that stripper a couple of years back. You know that, so that's why I think it's not. I'm just singling out Jerry here because I found going through my research and I found the pictures of the quote unquote strippers that he was with. That was a huge controversy
Quote
a
unquote
couple of
around
years back.
strippers. I'm
Click on the picture.
Is this like the quote unquote Jimmy Garoppolo stripper situation?
Oh, it's worse.
Where do you
He
find
actually
these?
let these. He actually let these pictures to be taken. So that's what I'm thinking. Jerry has some role in it. Obviously, he doesn't want to tarnish what he has built up, and NFL obviously doesn't want to do that either because obviously there's a lot more damaging information that's on those emails, and they're just gonna sweep it under the rugs. And I hope you guys enjoyed those pictures.
Look, if unless John Gruden is an absolute moron, like somebody else is involved in this. Because what do we think? He was just emailing misogynistic slurs to someone and wasn't getting a response, and then was like, "Oh, maybe he didn't read it. I'm gonna copy and paste it and send something more misogynistic and see if I can get a reply." Like, obviously, there was somebody else involved,
Yeah,
unless he was just emailing into the abyss like random slurs. But I mean,
like yeah, who was
that's
receiving those emails, and why
and
didn't that
this
person out him earlier?
also, like, if they weren't responding, was he just like having a conversation with himself? And the 650,000 emails are all John Gruden emailing random GMs slurs of various kinds. Like, what is happening?
Yeah,
um, so obviously, there's other people involved, And I don't think it's any shock to anybody that there's other people involved. I think we're all pretty used to the NFL covering stuff up that could potentially harm their own image. And the fact that John Gruden didn't work for the NFL at the time is a pretty good reason to go after him for that, because it wasn't the NFL, it was John Gruden, who wasn't associated. And so he somehow took the scapegoat. Which I need to somehow remind people that Dan Snyder was accused of sexual harassment 100 times.
You're shouting into the same abyss.
You're also talking about an owner that bought a team that's literally named. I'm not trying to be racist here, but the Redskins. Like that is the most racist name, formerly the most racist name of any sports league in the world. I mean, even the Indians, the Cleveland Indians, are changing their names because that's also something that they need to work on in the MLB. So
Yeah.
You know what? Dan Snyder has successfully ruined that franchise. And Jerry saying he handled it pretty well is because he knows as long as Dan Snyder owns that team, he doesn't have any competition in the division.
Mm, smart. So this guy's just playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with him being involved. He just needs Dan Snyder to keep his ownership of the team because he'll continue to drive it into the ground.
Damn.
hey, maybe Jerry will buy the Washington football team and name it the Washington Cowboys too.
This guy just wants anything for more Cowboys, man. Anything for
You
more
called for
Cowboys.
Jerry's job.
True.
And
Very
now
true,
you're
too.
calling for Jerry to buy another team.
I mean, it's like every other Cowboys fan. You got
Just fickle.
yeah. I mean, sometimes you hate Jerry, but then sometimes you realize he's doing the best thing for the team. It just seems like most of the time Jerry is, he likes that image, but then he also knows his past. Um, I think he's like the perfect sports league owner or sports team owner. He's kind of flashy, but he's not flashy at the same time. He does stupid shit, but not enough stupid shit to get you to be forced to sell the team.
Mm. Just towing the line of stupidity is perfection. All right.
I mean, exactly. I mean, look at Hard Knocks. They left Steven out of the helicopter, and he said, "We already fucked up. We might as well. We started. They fucked up. We might as well fuck up even more." And we lost that game.
Hard Knocks made me love Jerry Jones so much.
Oh man, I'm dead. Um,